Hello guys, welcome to the full moon in Pisces. Now this full moon is extra spectacular because it is conjunct Neptune retrograde. Okay, so this could you could be going two different paths with this full moon in Neptune retrograde conjunction. Okay, there could either be just a release of so much heaviness from the past and so much that's been holding you back, in particular from inner union and outer union, abundance, joy, and love. Or it could go the opposite, and what you could experience is you could experience, sorry, my cat's being really cute. You could experience some really heavy energies if you're unable to release this. And it really depends on where you're choosing to place your attention, okay, where you're choosing to place your energy. So it'd be good to practice some mindfulness or quiet time meditation, time in nature today. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this reading, but I'm also, for you guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm a divine feminine, I'm a twin soul, and I also am a budding astrologer, and my readings are for light workers, star seeds, and twin souls, as well as higher level soulmates. So you're welcome in to this reading. We're going to be looking at the Muse Tarot. These are the card decks I'm going to use today. The Cosmic Reading cards, the Moonology deck, of course, because it is the full moon in Pisces. And then I have a deck here from a DF on our channel, Pete. Pete, thank you so much. So my newest deck, it's the Kipper Fortune Telling deck. So it's more of a clarifying deck. I actually used it last night. It was eerily accurate. So I'm going to be using this and just to interpret some of the tarot cards that we received today. But what is coming in just intuitively, guys, with this Pisces full moon is that there is a significant breakthrough, and it's like a breakdown for some of you. Excuse me, for some of your twins, there's going to be that throat chakra clearing. There's going to be a speaking of truth. You know, that's been happening all year. But it's going to happen more and more. And we have the Fall Equinox coming up. I don't think it's on the 21st this year, but it's coming up either on the 21st or the 24th. So the Fall Equinox, you know, is also in the mix here, and that's bringing a lot of change. It's ushering in new, you know, fresh energy, because fall is just fresh energy to me. It's leaving the old behind, welcoming in, ushering in the new. So that's what we're doing here. There have been some tower moments for the masculine energy. That's your masculine energy internally and the external masculine energy. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Might want to be on guard for that. Not necessarily on guard, but just prepared is a better word. Prepared for that. And so a lot of you feminines might be experiencing insomnia, and you have been in the leading up to this Pisces full moon. We're also almost in the pre-Mercury retrograde energies. Okay, so we're stepping into that. It's 3 weeks before. It's like, I don't know why, but I swear every year, Halloween, my birthday, we are in Mercury retrograde. I'm like, damn it, it's gonna happen again this year. It happened last year. So guys, if you're traveling around that time, just be mindful. That's all. It's nothing to be feared. Just be mindful. You're gonna be doing some rewinding of the past. You guys remember, those of you, my 80s babies, Be Kind, Rewind, right? Blockbuster videos. So we're going to be doing some rewinding of the past there. You might have some past energy come up, but I'll talk about that more when we're closer to that Mercury retrograde. But for now, let's focus on the Pisces full moon and what it's bringing in to, you know, to these connections. So I'm going to set these decks aside. We're going to actually start with the Cosmic Reading cards, because this is just going to give us an overall energy. Guys, this is like a double whammy. It could be either a good double whammy or it could be a very challenging double whammy. So let's go ahead and invite in my guides, my light team, okay, my highest self. Allow me to be a true, a vessel of divine truth here, a pure vessel, to bring in clarity for this collective here that's watching this reading at any point in time, and bring in some clarity and maybe even bring in some lightness, some brevity to the situation too. A lot of things are being purged right now. So some of you will have noticed that old stories or timelines are coming up to be released, guys, okay? And what I wanted to let you guys know that either today or tomorrow, I'm going to be doing another Patreon post. So you guys, I've had so much support over there on Patreon recently. Thank you so much for all of the support, my new patrons. I appreciate each and every one of you. It supports the work that I do. It supports the channel, and it allows me to continue creating this work that I so love to do for all of you. It really lights me up. And I really, in particular, love the written posts. That's my favorite thing to do, is the written videos and the written posts, because I'm a writer at heart. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. So I will be posting over there. So check the community tab and you'll see the subject. I don't know if I'm going to post about the full moon. I might post in more detail. That's probably what I'll do for the masculine and the feminine energy. But this is a card reading. So we're looking into the energy, the overall energy that this Pisces full moon is bringing is awakening. Okay, this has been coming up, this card, over and over and over again, in particular for the masculine energy, guys. So the masculines are awakening broadly right now. Okay, I mean, I feel the energy around the globe. It's like that rustling energy that I've talked about in the past. They're awake, and they are letting things go that are heavy, that are no longer serving them. Now, as I said, some of you guys are going to be feeling the brevity and lightness and just the magic of this full moon, and others of you are going to be feeling the heaviness or the turbulence or the chaoticness. And I think one of the things you want to be really mindful of is being mindful. Okay, where is my energy being directed at in this moment? What am I thinking of? And what am I allowing into my experience by my thoughts? Okay, by what I'm thinking, by what I'm choosing to focus on. Is it of the highest vibration, or am I allowing myself to focus on things that are bringing me down? So Neptune's retrograde. We have, I think, 5 major planets retrograde at this time. So as Neptune is retrograde, the rose-colored glasses come off and we see the truth. Okay, illusions are revealed. The truth is revealed. This is very uncomfortable, and this is what's causing tower moments for the masculines. So there's this, you know, the Neptune energy is connected to Pisces, okay? So Pisces is the home sign of Neptune. So think about this for a minute. We have this conjunction with this full moon in Pisces and Neptune retrograde. Neptune's at home in Pisces. So this could be such a beautiful energy for you guys. If you guys are near the water or the ocean like I am, I'm going to hold myself accountable to this. Be near the ocean tonight. Go watch the moon rise. Find out what time it is, or if you're even on a lake or any body of water, just any body of water, guys, a lake or river, go there, okay? And go ahead and set the intention for what you'd like to release with this full moon, because it's a big one for releasing. And, you know, Pisces is a 12th sign. It is the sign of karmic endings and completions and cycles. So don't just set the intentions for what you'd like to release, but also what you'd like to release between you and your counterpart, okay, in your connection. Because, you know, if you want to release karmic cycles, state that, affirm that, you know, let the universe know that. So Neptune is the energy of transcending illusion, transcending anything that's false. It also represents spiritual unity. So this is the sign of union, guys. This is the energy of union being brought in if you so desire. It's the higher love. You know, remember that song in the 80s? I think it's by Steve Winwood. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. So it's that energy of bringing in that highest version of love, okay, into your connection, into your life, like into everything you do. Let love permeate. Let love be the thing that rules, that guides you. Love everything. Love everyone. And even in those moments where you're like, I'm so fucking frustrated, love the frustration, okay? Love the person who's frustrating you. You can turn anything and everything around. If you can learn to love it, you can learn to see the child in everyone, have that childlike innocence. And that's what I feel Neptune is bringing and Pisces is bringing. But it's also bringing, guys, some heavy weighted energy here of completion and transcending the bullshit. So wherever there's been bullshit in your connection or in your life, where you've been bullshitting yourself and your inner divine masculine, you're going to be looking at that, or you've been looking at that probably in the past 2 to 3 weeks leading up to this Pisces full moon. Okay, so you may want to be looking at things that you've taken on that aren't yours. Okay, that includes your counterpart's energy, your counterpart's karmic situations. You know, at this time, there's a lot of feminines that have walked away And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know what I mean by walking away, turning your back on your masculine. It does not mean abandoning or rejecting them. They are you, you are them. It's about you moving forward with your life and choosing yourself and choosing wholeness and inner union. Because you cannot, if you're fixated on the physical manifestation of your counterpart, mark my words, guys, you cannot achieve union. Mark my words. If you're fixated on the physical manifestation of your counterpart, feminine or masculine, you cannot achieve physical union. It will not happen. That's not how this works. It's not a 3D connection. This is a connection that happens on the inside first. And guys, if you're interested in learning more about this, not only do I offer a 6-month coaching program, we've started this program, but we're going to be offering another one in spring of 2022. It's myself and Holly. She is the twin flame healer. But in the meantime, if you've missed this current program and you're like, gosh, I really wish I could have been a part of that, Holly and I are offering one-on-one individual sessions. It's a minimum of 3 sessions to work with us because that's what we feel we need in order to really have that transformation within you and to assist you and guide you. We're working with a limited number of people per month. And once we fill up, we're moving on to the next month. So we're already booking out until October, guys. And we are going to assist you in transforming limiting beliefs. We're going to assist you with anything that's holding you back from experiencing joy or beauty or fun or pleasure on this journey, because this journey doesn't have to be dark and doesn't have to be painful. It can actually be beautiful and amazing. We are helping you to reach inner union, removing the blocks and obstacles, okay, that have been in your life. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me at the email below. As I said, we're booking into October. Not everyone will be a good fit. So if you do not receive an email back, just know that it's not the right time. You can reach out to us at a different point in time, but we are definitely, we are being selective in who we're working with at this time because we're wanting to bring people into inner union. And this has such a profound energy behind it, guys. The energies right now are incredibly profound. The divine feminine is blossoming in tremendous ways through November of 2021 here. And we really want to assist the divine feminine collective. And if there's divine masculines, we're also open to working with you, of course. And in fact, as you guys know, I carry a lot of that divine masculine energy, and so does Holly. So we are really excited to work with you guys. Okay, so back to the reading. So the awakening energy. We know that the divine masculines are awakening. All right. Yeah, free spirit, guys. This is coming up over and over also for the masculines. Be fearless. The masculine energy is freeing themselves from karmic contracts, from things that have held them back, just historically, guys. If you guys are wondering why the masculines stay with karmic partners, why do they choose karmic partners? I have posts about that over on Patreon. First of all, I have posts about union. I have posts about the karmic partners. And I post from the masculine's perspective at times as well. So you can see all of that over on Patreon. I've posted a lot in the past 2 weeks because I've been so incredibly inspired by what's happening. And my energies have been higher than they've been in many, many years. So I know you guys are feeling this too. And I'm really drawn to this energy of oneness, unity, 3 and 13. So 3113, the energy of 3 is really prominent here, 313. So you may want to look up the numerology of that. And just the energy of oneness here and the third eye really opening here. Guys, if your masculines have been asleep, okay, if they've been asleep to the matrix and what's going on, kind of slaves to the matrix, they're going to be coming out of that because look, they're a free spirit. They're freeing themselves from what has held them back. The Be Fearless card to me is like, don't be afraid of what could go wrong. Instead, only focus on what could go right. So, and this is the energy of the full moon here. So the more that you can focus on what can go right within your connection and even, you know, set some intentions and affirmations for your masculine to free themselves from what they need to free themselves from, the more energy you're going to see playing out positively, guys. What you focus on expands. You get to choose that. I mean, that's the beauty of this human experience. You want to focus on what could go wrong, then you're going to focus on that. That's what you're going to see more of. You want to focus on the karmic partner, that's what you're going to see more of. You're going to see more karmic partners, more energy playing out. You want to focus on coming into inner union, that's what you're going to see more of. You want to focus on joy, that's what you're going to bring more of. Okay, it's all about magnetizing what you want to you. You get to choose that. That's the beauty of this journey. So know what's yours and know what's not yours. But I'm telling you guys, the masculines are releasing a ton of baggage from previous lifetimes where they've been held back. The masculine energy it's not that they've chosen karmic partners or chosen a job or chosen money over you. They were wrapped up in programming, guys. It goes back to Atlantis and Lemuria. It goes way, way back. This is way beyond just the masculine. They don't love me. They chose someone else. That is not what this is about. They have actually been enslaved, imprisoned, okay, in their own minds. They're breaking free from that. This is huge. So before we go on to the feminine, guys, I'm being called to tap into the masculine energy here. Yeah, they want me to do the masculine and feminine energy separately today for some reason. So I'm going to focus on the masculine energy first and then the feminine energy. So what we're looking at here, so this may end up being the masculine energy video, and I think I'll probably do a separate one for the feminines. Okay, so Knight of Swords, Three of Swords, Swords energy, guys. Yeah, this is all about breaking free in the mind. Okay, this is about the mind enslavement, slavery of the mind that the masculines have been in, the programming that has kept them in greed and lust energy, revenge, and you know, the deceitful energy, the deception. They've broken their own hearts. Every time that they've disappointed you, every time that they've chosen someone or something else, they break their own hearts because, guys, you are not separate. They feel what you feel. They feel your joy, they feel your love, and they also feel when you're disappointed and when they've hurt you. They feel all of this, so don't think that they don't. Now, the Knight of Swords here tells me that this is the Pegasus energy. So this is the fastest moving knight in the deck. They're moving forward. It's kind of like Eight of Swords energy. Like, I've got a mission. I've got somewhere to go, something to do. Getting out of this energy is what's going to happen here with this Pisces full moon. They're freeing themselves from their own heartbreak and betrayal. They're freeing themselves from that energy that says, I betray people, I abandon people, you know, I'm a bad person, because they've been stuck in that cycle of really self-hatred for a long time, self-deprecation for a long, long time. The feminines, you know that because you've experienced that in the past, but you're no longer, most of you are no longer in that energy. At least my first waivers, maybe even second waivers. Third waivers, you might still be in that energy, and there may be a lot of healing to do yet. But for the first waivers in particular, and I feel some of the second waivers there, you guys have really mastered the art of loving yourself and finding inner union and accepting yourself. The Knight of Swords is, you know, this is like, he wants to be the hero of the story. Like he wants to come in and swoop you off your feet. He wants to swoop himself off his own damn feet. Like, he's so tired of just disappointing you and disappointing others and choosing the wrong things. He's really, really, like, he's grown tired of his own shit, his own bullshit. And this is really fast energy, guys. He's wanting to take action, and he also doesn't want to come in and be too overbearing there. And that's why you have the Pegasus wings, like the lightness. He wants to come in fast, but he doesn't want to overwhelm you or burden you. And it's like the masculines come in and they're like, well, I don't know where she's at or what she's doing. And so I just kind of, maybe I don't want to come in too hard and fast. But masculines, now is the time to do that. To profess your love, to speak the truth, okay? To come out of this energy. That's what's going to take you out of this energy of betrayal. This Pisces full moon is transforming the masculine energy from the inside out. Like, he knows the risks that are involved, and he doesn't care. He's going for it anyway. He knows there's a risk involved, but he's like, you know what? It doesn't matter because this is what I want. So what is he feeling right now towards the feminine? Got a lot of swords energy. Page of Swords. He's thinking a lot about his next move. He's thinking, yeah, the world. He wants to tell you, he's like, feminine, I'm completing a cycle here. You know, I'm completing this cycle of betrayal and deception and betraying myself, betraying you, betraying others. These masculines have disappointed even their own children, right? Because they've left marriages, right? They feel like failures in many ways. They failed the feminine. They failed themselves ultimately, right? You're more upset at yourself. When you're angry at someone else, you're usually angry at yourself because they represent a part of you or some programming that you carry. It's the shadow energy. So their shadows have really come alive with this Pisces full moon. I feel like they're going to be doing even more shadow work with Mercury retrograde. Sorry to say it, masculines, if you're watching, but I do feel like that's happening. This is all coming up to purify the connection and to purify your energy, to purify your mind. This is definitely mental purification here. So the Page of Swords is like, she's an idea person. She's got a lot of ideas. She's got mountains she wants to conquer. She may have trouble kind of focusing on one thing. So the masculine's like, there's so much that I want to share with you and tell you. He wants to make you understand where he's coming from, but that may be challenging for him, because he's like, is she going to, will I gain her trust back? Like, he knows that he's disappointed you and that he hasn't been consistent, but he's got to forgive himself first and foremost in order to move forward. And in order for you to trust him, ironically, he has to forgive himself first, right? You have to trust and love yourself first in order for anyone else to trust you, or to be able to love you, to welcome that in. He knows he needs to align his actions with his words. He gets that, okay? He gets that. He's really wanting to learn here. He wants to learn from this cycle that's completing. He's like, I'm done with that cycle. I'm ready to start a new one, and I'm ready to come forward and just leave all of this pain behind. All my cards come crashing down. And you guys know, like, my Virgo Northern is like, no, everything has to be perfectly placed. See? All right, I'm going to take them all, guys. Lovers, look at that. We got the Lovers. Pathway. A pathway, let's start with that. A pathway is opening up for the Lovers. And that is happening because the Three of Swords is coming to an end. That deception, that heartache, that separation is coming to an end. They're coming in fast, wanting to align their actions with their words, freeing themselves from the matrix, okay? Being fearless, wanting to come in and be that fearless lover. They've awakened profoundly. And then the World card is, again, completing cycles from the past. There's definitely something opening up here in the connection. We have poverty, high honor, and bad health. So what I feel like is, there's 31, so 1331, that's definitely a significant number here. The masculines have experienced, losing homes, losing jobs. And guys, if you're a masculine watching, you may experience more of this. This is about the ego death. This is about letting go of possessions, okay, property, things don't matter, right? You're learning what truly matters in life and on this journey. Some of you feel like you're learning too late, but I'm here to tell you it's never too late to learn. It's never too late to come into your power. Okay, so poverty, bad health. Some of you have experienced, you've broken bones, or you've just suffered from ill health. You've been fatigued and tired because you've overworked yourself. This has to do with those masculines who were tied up in the corporate world, who were making a lot of money, but who were absolutely exhausting themselves. My masculine was one of those, is still one of those, who runs themselves ragged, trying to people please and trying to kind of keep up with the Joneses and keep up this facade, or this mask of like strength and composure when you're breaking down inside. But also like my own masculine, it lost a lot of weight recently. So you got to take care of yourselves, masculines. You have to make yourself the main focus. You've got to let go of these karmic situations and focus on yourself and your health, and bring yourself to a place where you're going to be able to serve. You can't serve others, as a divine masculine, if you're not taking care of yourself. There's something here about honor, like an honor system. So I'm going to actually look that up and see. This is the most enabling and positive card. So that's awesome. So when we have a positive card, what I'm learning about this deck is when you have a positive card, even though there's some kind of negative energies here, you have the positive card, it's going to outweigh those energies. It's going to kind of negate those energies. So this is in the past. This is poverty and bad health, past energy for many of you, although there might still be a little blips here and there if you need to learn lessons, masculines, or if you're just not listening to your intuition, to your inner divine feminine. It means trophies, medals, honor, success, promotion, a raise. You're on your way up socially or professionally. So this is actually definitely has to do with business. And so this is like you're coming out of that poverty, like impoverished mindset, that lack mindset, and you're gonna start to you're getting your honor back, but it's gonna have to be in a different way. Like my masculine went from one job, and I was so excited because I could feel this happening even though we weren't speaking at the time. He went from one job, had like 8 months off, got let go, and then just went right back into the same industry. And I was like, oh. So I was hoping that there would have been this aha moment of, I need to really do something that my soul is calling me towards, because he was traveling and is still traveling and just running himself ragged, and it's showing in his health. And so I do think that this is going to be an honor that's going to be different. It's going to be just a different industry for a lot of you masculines. Let's see if I can clarify that with a tarot card. But I just think there's going to have to be another shakeup here. Interesting. We got the Knight of, I'm going to take that, the Knight of Cups. This, whatever direction you're going to be led in, masculines, in terms of career next, it's going to have to be something fulfilling emotionally. Okay, that's clear. You can't keep on doing something that's monotonous or robotic, that just, oh, well, I've always done this. Or my masculine would say, like, it was so interesting because he'd be like, oh, in the past, I love what I do. And then it was like, but I got to find my purpose. I'm like, but you just said you love what you do. So you clearly don't. You're lying to yourself. You're deceiving yourself. But that's what's going to be ending here, because it's the only way forward here. Like, it's very clear that if the masculines want to have this union, they've got to work on themselves. They've got to heal. And they've got to find something that emotionally fulfills them. They can't keep on going back to these dead-end jobs. And I don't mean dead-end financially, because a lot of them are very well off, but dead-end emotionally. It used to work for the masculine in the past. They didn't want to be home. They didn't want to be with their partner. They wanted to be away. They needed that space and that distance. But now that they have found you, and they know what a relationship could be, they know, right? Many of you haven't been in an actual relationship with your counterpart, but you have experienced each other. You've had moments, you've had days or weekends or weeks together, and you know what the potential is, and they know this. They know that you're different, and they know that you can offer them something really stable and long lasting, but it also scares the hell out of them. So that's something they're going to have to free themselves from too. So what is coming up for this full moon for the masculine and collective? What is coming up for the masculine collective for this full moon? A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Something that's been bothering them for a long time is going to be reaching this, is going to be resolved. Something that has been like weighing heavily on their minds is going to be released, revealed. It's like washed away is what I'm hearing. And maybe even through tears. I think there's going to be some tears shed for some of these masculines with this full moon. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon. Look, full moon and new moon in Cancer. They are definitely in their feels, guys. Knight of Emotions here. Yeah, they're going to be experiencing some heavy hitting emotional energies here. It's like taking care of their children, I'm hearing, because Cancer can represent, you know, the home, the hearth, children, pets, animals. They want to make sure that their children are safe, in particular those masculines that have children. They're definitely working on something internally, working on something within the family unit. So this could be if they're going through a divorce, if they're going through a separation, which many of them are or have been recently or will be soon. Okay, they're at the beginning stages of that separation. They're going to be, the masculines are going to be very much so in the energy of wanting to be more loving, more emotionally available for their children is what I'm hearing, which is really beautiful. Wanting to just be more available and not just be so stoic and so, like, I feel like those masculines that have daughters, they're going to be hearing from their daughters, like, yeah, you're here, but you're not here. You know, I can't talk to you. I can't trust you. So that's a huge thing that's coming up right now, is for the feminine energy to be able to trust the masculine energy. But there has to be some sort of a shift here. And it looks like there is with all of this water energy, guys. And then they have the new moon in Pisces. So more, Cancer, Pisces, you know, Scorpio is the other water sign. So yeah, I mean, they're going to be deep in the energy of just contemplating and sort of just sitting with themselves. I mean, if they can slow down and stop, which I think this full moon is going to force them to do. Masculines, if you can do that, you're going to be rewarded, okay? This is what I'm hearing coming up. So let's see what energy is the masculine. What's coming up next on the other side of this? Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. A fresh new start in the material world, guys. So yeah, the ending here, and then we have the ending, and then we have the beginning following the ending. Beautiful. So I do think that the masculines are feeling the feminine more with this, all this water energy that they're swimming in right now. Okay, that the tears are flowing, the emotions are flowing, they'll be thinking of you. And the feminines, we'll talk about this in your video, but feminines, you're very much closed off at this time. You're very much in your own place. Feminines, you're very much just focused on your career and your abundance and serving and stepping into mission. And that's going to be happening more and more around the globe through November and beyond. It's just the beginning really in November, but we're really stepping into our power in November, and there could be something that really shifts your connection during that time. So yeah, they're stepping into this energy of wanting this new beginning, but first needing to make sure things are they need to make sure their children are safe. They need to make sure, and this could be inner child work for those masculines that don't have children, inner child work as well. But they're going to be experiencing a lot of telepathy, and in fact, my dreams have been wild lately. So, but the masculines are experiencing this as well. Okay, they're coming to you in the dream state to talk, especially if you've shut them down or out somehow in the 3D. They're going to be coming in any way that they can in the dream state. So there's a lot of supernatural activity happening right now, and there's definitely the energy of them wanting to open their hearts more, and it's going to start with their family. It's going to start with their children. Don't get triggered by this, femmes. You want them to be in a good place with their ex, okay? Why would you want them to be in a place where they hate their ex? You want them to be in a place. Part of this for the masculines is healing the mother wound, healing the wound they have against women, okay? It's a big one. The big one for the masculine energy. So yeah, they're on this ascension. It's like a fast course, a very fast-paced course to ascension, guys. Let's see. I may just pull out another moon deck here. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up. It's a little more simpler than the cards, but I'm going to pull it out. Yeah, nourishment. Yeah, that's definitely that Cancerian energy, wanting to nourish themselves, and that's beautiful. So masculines, kudos on nourishing yourself and practicing self-love, bringing in peace. That's the meditation, card, the new moon in Pisces card there. Wanting to bring in more peace into their lives, and yeah, they're slowing down. I definitely feel. Anything else for the masculines with this full moon in Pisces? Setting healthy boundaries. We've got boundaries, and then we've got surrender. Yeah, they are fully surrendering with this full moon. So what about their energy towards the feminine? There's a little bit of fear. The fear of coming in, the fear of this, what will you say when they offer this fresh start, right? The fear of, have they taken the wrong path? The fear of the pain and betrayal that they've caused you. So they're going to need to focus on the good in order to really move past that fear. So guys, this has been a reading for the Divine Masculine for this full moon in Pisces, Neptune conjunction. I'm going to be doing a separate one for the feminines next, so do stay tuned for that. It'll be uploaded soon. If not, yes, it'll be uploaded soon. So see you guys, take great care, and happy full moon in Pisces. And don't forget to go over and check out Patreon if you haven't already. And the next, probably by tomorrow, I'll have posted a brand new post over there on Patreon, maybe later today. So look for that as well. Take care.